Hello there, my name is Eric Brandt and I'm Harding High School's IB Diploma Program Coordinator. The purpose of this video is to briefly explain all the different course options that are in Harding's IB Diploma Program, as well as explain what is the IB Diploma and what are the expectations and requirements for students who are interested in pursuing it. To start off with, what is the IB? The IB is an international education program that exists in thousands of schools in over 146 countries. We've had it at Harding since 1993. At least 57% of our students take at least one DP class or one accelerated class each year. This model right here explains the IB diploma program, and you can see there's different wheels, and the courses that we take are all fall into these different wheels around the outside wheel, and then there's the core part, which is theory of knowledge, extended essay, creativity, activity, service. The IB Learner Profile, which you all learned about in 9th and 10th grade at Harding, part of the middle years program, also applies to the diploma program as well. You're watching this video because you're someone who's interested in taking diploma program classes, and students in 11th and 12th grade start taking diploma program classes. And students can either be a course student, and these are students who choose to pursue their adventure in 11th, 12th grade in a kind of an a la carte manner. They'll typically do 1, 2, or 3 classes, but don't do all of them. Many students who are course students should also consider the IB Career Program, which is a new program that's starting at Harding next year, where students can have a career focus and also take diploma program classes. Other students pursue a pathway called the IB Diploma, and students who are doing the IB Diploma take all 6 of their classes in the IB Diploma program. A 7th class is required that falls on at the end of 11th grade and start of 12th grade, called Theory of Knowledge. These students also write an essay called the Extended Essay, and they complete a personal development community service component called Creativity, Activity, Service. More on that in a little bit. IB Diploma Program classes are split into 2 categories. Some of them are standard level. These courses are typically 1 to 2 years in length, and the hours of instruction is less. They expect 150 hours of instruction. The exams for these classes are hard, but not as hard as higher level courses. Higher level courses expect at least 240 hours of instruction. They are all 2 years in length. The exams are harder, and they expect more of students. They expect them to have more mastery of the subject. For that reason, more colleges give credit for higher level classes and are more accepting of higher level credits. That said, there are many schools that give credit for standard level, particularly all the MnSCU schools throughout all of Minnesota, where we send many students every year. The 6 groups in the IB Diploma program are as follows, and the next slides I'm going to quickly go through each subject group and explain your course options. Group 1 is Studies in Language and Literature. So in 11th and 12th grade, you can take higher level English, you can take Language and Literature standard level, Literature and Performance standard level. You have undoubtedly already spoken with your teacher and made decisions about which class or classes you wanted to do. You can do multiple ones if you want. So we'll move on from there to Group 2, Language Acquisition. If you want to pursue the IB Diploma, you must study and test in French or Japanese or Spanish. You could do a couple of them. At Harding, we also offer Hmong, Lakota, Dakota, and Ojibwe, which is fantastic. If you're studying those languages and want to continue studying them, you should, but know that you cannot use them for the IB Diploma. That said, you could use it for the IB Career Program. So I just wanted to be clear about that up front, that if you or your family wants you to continue studying Hmong, Lakota, Dakota, or Ojibwe, you can't use them for the diploma, but you could use them for the career program. If you want to do the IB Diploma, French, Japanese, Spanish are the languages that you would study. And yes, you can actually start studying them, any one of them, in 11th grade, and continue on to 12th grade and get to a testing level. You can see at the bottom of the slide, there's a level of testing called ab initio, which is really meant for students who are just starting study of a language. So if you're interested in doing the IB Diploma, haven't been doing French, Japanese, or Spanish, it's okay, we can make it work, but know that you would need to start those languages right away in 11th grade. Going on. Group 3, Individuals and Societies, or what we might know as Social Studies. Your main class, if you want to do the IB diploma, is History of the Americas in 11th grade, which becomes 20th century topics in 12th grade. This is a higher level class, covers all your graduation standards. On a rotating basis, we also offer economics standard level. Your only option for you as a 10th grader to take this course would be next year as an 11th grader. It won't be offered when you're in 12th grade. So if you're thinking about economics, which is the study of money and money systems, you want a career in banking, investing, you want to be a business owner, it's a class you should seriously think about taking, and you should let your counselor know right away you want to sign up for it. We need enough students to register for the class in order to be able to offer it. Group 4, Experimental Sciences. All students pursuing the IB diploma must do a science class, and you have 4 options. You can do biology, chemistry, design technology, or physics. Undoubtedly, you have already spoken with your science teacher and signed up for your class for next year. Do know that you can do multiples of these. You could do biology and chemistry, or you could do physics and design technology. And you could start one, see it through, and join another one in 12th grade if you wanted to. It's important to know that chemistry standard level, the first year of that class actually is accelerated chemistry. So if you had accelerated chemistry in 9th grade or 10th grade, that's fairly rare, then in 11th grade you would actually take chemistry standard level and you would test in it that year. If you've not had chemistry yet and you still want, and chemistry is a science you want to or need to do to graduate, it's okay. You will sign up for accelerated chemistry in 11th grade, move on to ChemSL in 12th grade. Group 5 is mathematics. You can see there's a lot of words on the slide. You undoubtedly already know what math class you're signed up for. But in the event that you don't know, or you might want to change your mind, here's a quick bit of information. The top class is called Math Applications. It was formerly known as Math Studies. And this would be a great fit for a college-bound student who's going to be studying something where math is not going to play as significant of a role. The next 3 classes, Pre-Calc Accelerated, Math Analysis SL, Math Analysis HL, that is the entire calculus pathway. So if you see yourself doing calculus while you are in high school or need to do calculus, then you would take Pre-Calculus Accelerated first. That would be either 10th grade or 11th grade. Okay, so you might be having it this year. So if you're in pre-calculus now, next year would be Math Analysis SL, senior year Analysis HL. Most students would be taking Pre-Calculus Accelerated in 11th grade, and then they would do Math Analysis or Math Applications standard level. If you're in Algebra 2 this year, you could choose whether or not to do calculus or go to applications, either way. But if you want to do the IB diploma, you must do one of the IB Diploma Program math classes. Group 6, the final group, are the arts. We have 4 fantastic DP arts classes. They are Music IB, Theater IB, Visual Arts IB, and Film IB. The music is only going to be offered this coming school year. It won't be offered when you're a senior. So if it's a class you really want to do and you've talked to Miss Romero about it or you want to talk to her about it, reach out to her. But next year as juniors, that would be the only chance the class would be offered as a class if we have enough students sign up for it. So if it's something you're thinking about, you want to learn composition, theory, performing, definitely sign up for it. Okay? Theater, you study theater, make theater, act, direct. Visual art is any kind of art form. Film, you study film, and you get to create your own. One class that kind of falls outside all the categories, but is required for all diploma candidates, is one called Theory of Knowledge. Mr. Stagg will be explaining this.
Hello, students and possible diploma program candidates. I'm Mr. Stagg, and I teach the Theory of Knowledge class at Harding High School, and I'm going to talk to you about what Theory of Knowledge is. So we ask these questions. How do we know what we know, and how do we learn? And these are key questions that we bring to this class. It's kind of a mix of philosophy with practical application to the real world or the world around you, and you're asked to do a lot of exploring the world around you through philosophy and the topics that you study in school. It draws on all subject areas from arts to science, math to English, to ask, how do we get knowledge? And it explores how we talk about that knowledge that we get. So we develop a vocabulary around talking about knowledge that we then apply to the world around us. there are two assessments in theory of knowledge. One is called an exhibition that shows off or allows you to show off what you know by linking the concepts that you learn in TOK with objects in the real world around you that you pick to analyze. The second assessment is an essay of about 15 to 1600 words, and that you pick from what is called a prescribed title. You get 6 choices for this prescribed title. You pick one of them to write an essay about. The prescribed title is also called a knowledge question, but more about that later when you take the class. So if you like to ask why, if you're a why person and ask why, or how do you know that, or how do I know what I know, then theory of knowledge will be an interesting class for you.
Some students doing the IB diploma are very interested in doing it, but they don't want to do all 6 categories. For example, they may not want to do any of the arts classes. In that case, that's okay, but they must double up in one of the other groups. So you see on the slide right here, there are some examples of doubling up. So a student doesn't do an art, but they do 2 languages, French and Spanish, or Japanese and Spanish. Or they do 2 sciences, for example, biology and design technology. Another option could be doing history of the Americas and economics, so 2 group 3, and no art. That is one option for you. CAS is something that Ms. Pettipies is going to explain about a little more in detail.
Hello, future IB Diploma candidates. My name is Shannon Pettipies, and I'm a math teacher, but I'm also the CAS coordinator here at Harding High School. So CAS, what does that even stand for? C-A-S. It stands for Creative Activity and Service. All right, so CAS is at the heart of the diploma. It's the one time where you get to concentrate on you and your likes and dislikes and how to better yourself as a person. Where the rest of the diploma is about like learning and making your mind grow. We get to make you grow for CAS. So it's an opportunity for you to learn new skills, learn how to work with a group and by yourself, how to make a difference in your community, and also how to get you to be a more active person in your life. Okay, like some of us are kind of like sluggish, so we're going to figure that out. Yeah, so again, CAS, it's all about you and your growth and development as a whole person. So I hope you decide to join us, because Mr. Brandt, Mr. Stagg, and we will help you along the way, and I promise you we are a good time and we are very supportive. All right, I hope to see you guys all in the fall in my advisory. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Hello students, my name is Mr. Stagg and I'm the Extended Essay Coordinator here at Harding High School. So what is the Extended Essay? And what does it do? What is its purpose? Well, the Extended Essay is a 3,000 to 4,000 word paper, a research paper that you write based on a topic you choose around a research question that you formulate. So past students have come back to Harding and said that they're glad that they had to write the extended essay because it's a marker of academic growth going from high school to college. Current students sometimes are frustrated and pull their hair out trying to get the work done because they're under a lot of pressure. But this process preps you for college level academics in a broad way. It's what to expect after high school at a sophisticated academic level at a 4-year college. So many students have come back and said, hey, because I did the extended essay, when my college professors asked me to write a 10-page paper, it was no big deal. And we hear that quite a bit. It's a chance for you to show off what you know and what you're studying, what you're interested in. You get to pick the topic and the research question, and you get to develop it. And it's unique to you and not what everybody else is doing. This process culminates in what's called a viva voce. It's a discussion. And this is to prep you for a master's level or a PhD level dissertation or thesis, where you get to explain your research to me, you get to explain your research to your supervisor, and to the diploma program coordinator, Mr. Brandt. Through this process, you will be challenged. You will be frustrated. But because you have done the extended essay, you will be moving from a high-level high school student to a scholar ready to enter college. Thank you.
People often wonder, how do you actually earn the IB diploma? It's an accumulation of points. So you must earn at least 24 of 45 possible points. I encourage you to pause the video so you can read the screen in full if you want all the details. But you have 6 exams. You have to get at least a 4 on each one, or an average of 4, to get to your 24 points and complete all the other parts of the IB diploma. Typically, students from Harding who go for the IB diploma and earn it have a GPA between 3 to 4.8. That's a nice range. They typically have an ACT score 22 and above, and they have mostly taken accelerated and diploma program classes throughout high school. Now, if you don't fit these categories, it's okay. We've had students who fall outside them who pursue the IB diploma and achieve it. So if it's something you want to do, you can make it happen. I encourage you, regardless, to consider, what's your goal for your GPA? What's your goal for your ACT score? Rough timeline of senior year. So when you're a senior, September through January, you're applying to colleges and scholarships. January to April, you learn about them. May, you take your exams. In June, you graduate. And after you've graduated, find out what college you're getting into, scholarships you're going to get. In July, that's when all the scores are released. So it's kind of icing on the cake. All right. What happens if you go for the diploma, or you don't get it, or you don't get the score you want on the exam? Life goes on, you're a good person, and you know what? You're going to show up to college extremely prepared. And I know that's true because students come back and tell me. Yes, it's worth it. We give out 3 awards at graduation: big medals for the IB diploma. We give out medals for the Scholar with Distinction, and awards for the IB Diploma Program Scholars. We want to acknowledge students for their academic achievements, encourage them to take as many classes in the program as they can. That's my email address, eric.brandt@spps.org. You're welcome to reach out to me with questions. Your teacher is also going to share a survey link with you, a Google form, and that's how you're going to indicate your interest in doing the IB diploma with me. If the IB diploma is something you're thinking of doing, you need to let me know right away so we can get you signed up for Theory of Knowledge, get you into the Diploma Program Advisory, and make sure your schedule will work. This is also something you need to talk to at length with your parent guardian and make sure they support you on this adventure and that they understand it. All right, and you're very welcome to show them this video, and they can reach out to me as well with questions. The Harding website also has quite a bit of information about the IB diploma in the academics section. Just click on the IB diploma program and you'll see it. The next few slides are optional slides. You don't have to watch them, but they're quick models of schedules that work. All right. So here's a schedule: all groups, HL Arts; sample schedule 2, HL Language. So you can see how I've divided up at the bottom there. What are the higher level? What are the standard level? Schedule 3 sample is HL Science. Sample schedule 4, double HL Science. Sample schedule 5, double Science with HL Math. And of course, you're welcome to rewind and take more time on these videos, on these slides. Sample schedule 6, economics instead of art. Double language. We have had diploma candidates do double language. Here's my recommendation. All of those previous schedules work, but this is the one I've seen the most success with in terms of it works for your schedule, and students tend to get really good results. So group 1, take a higher level English class, either literature or language and literature. Okay, French, Japanese, or Spanish standard level, history higher level, one of the sciences standard level, math at standard level, and your arts at higher level. All right. I hope this video has been helpful, and again, you are welcome to reach out to me at any time. This is my contact info. Thank you so much.